5 civilizations invented things you use every day, but history forgot their names. Your life was shaped by them. Writing, mathematics, democracy, surgery. They created it all, then vanished. Here's why. While Egypt and Rome dominate history books, these 5 civilizations quietly revolutionized human existence. They rose to unimaginable power, then disappeared so completely, their names became footnotes. The Minoans built Europe's first advanced civilization on the island of Crete, 1,000 years before Athens. Their palace at Knossos had running water, flushing toilets, and a sewage system more sophisticated than medieval castles built 3,000 years later. Their palace at Knossos had running water, flushing toilets, and a sewage system more sophisticated than medieval castles built 3,000 years later. They traded across the Mediterranean, created stunning art, worshipped goddesses, not gods. Women held power, unheard of in the ancient world. Then, around 1600 BCE, disaster struck. The Thera volcanic eruption, one of history's largest, sent tsunamis crashing into Crete. The Minoans never recovered. Within centuries, they were absorbed by invading Mycenaeans. Their language, Linear A, remains undeciphered. Their legacy? Lost. While Rome was collapsing, the Axumite Empire was thriving. Centered in modern-day Ethiopia, Axum controlled trade routes between Africa, Arabia, and India. They minted their own currency, a sign of serious economic power. Their obelisks, carved from single stones weighing up to 500 tons, still stand today. Moving them required engineering that rivals the pyramids. But here's what makes them unique. In 330 CE, Axum became one of the first Christian kingdoms, before most of Europe. They even claim to possess the Ark of the Covenant, and some believe it's still hidden in Axum. But by the 10th century, Islamic expansion cut off their trade routes. Isolated and weakened, Axum faded from history. Today, most people have never heard of them. People have never. In the desert of Jordan, where nothing should survive, the Nabateans built Petra, a city carved entirely from rose-red sandstone cliffs. It became the center of a trading empire controlling frankincense and myrrh routes worth billions in today's money. But their real genius? Water. In one of Earth's driest regions, they engineered dams, cisterns, and channels that harvested every raindrop. They turned a desert into an oasis. When Rome annexed them in 106 CE, Petra slowly declined. Trade routes shifted, earthquakes struck. By the 7th century, Petra was abandoned. It remained hidden until 1812, when a Swiss explorer rediscovered it. Now over 1 million visitors tour it annually. But the Nabateans themselves? Forgotten. 2 more civilizations remain, and one of them invented the blueprint for every city you've ever lived in. While Egypt was building pyramids, the Indus Valley civilization was building something more revolutionary: planned cities. Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro had grid-patterned streets, standardized brick sizes, and advanced drainage systems. Urban planning concepts that wouldn't reappear in Europe for 3,000 years. Every home had indoor plumbing, public baths, waste disposal. They even standardized weights and measures for trade, ensuring fairness across their 1.5 million square kilometer territory. That's larger than Western Europe. But here's the mystery. They had a written language, the Indus script, that no one can decipher. Over 400 symbols, thousands of seals, zero translation. Then, around 1900 BCE, they vanished. No wars, no invasions, just gone. Climate change? River shifts? We don't know. But their urban legacy? It shaped every city on Earth.
The Hittites built an empire that rivaled Egypt. They battled Ramses II, second to a standstill at the Battle of Kadesh, the largest chariot battle in history with over 5,000 chariots. But their greatest invention wasn't military, it was metallurgical. The Hittites were the first to master iron smelting on an industrial scale, around 1500 BCE. While everyone else used bronze, they had iron weapons and tools, stronger, sharper, deadlier. They monopolized ironworking for centuries, giving them a technological edge that terrified their enemies. When their empire collapsed around 1200 BCE during the Bronze Age collapse, their iron secret spread worldwide, launching the Iron Age. Without the Hittites, human technology would have advanced centuries later, yet today, most people couldn't locate them on a map. So how did these forgotten civilizations shape your life? The Minoans pioneered indoor plumbing. Every bathroom in your home owes them a debt. The Axumites proved African kingdoms could rival European powers, challenging racist colonial narratives. The Nabateans mastered water conservation, techniques still used in desert regions today. The Indus Valley designed the city grid you walk through daily, from New York to Tokyo. And the Hittites, every steel building, car, and bridge exists because they unlocked iron. These civilizations teach us three lessons. First, innovation doesn't guarantee survival. The Minoans and Indus Valley were technological marvels, yet environmental shifts erased them. Second, dominance is temporary. The Axumites and Hittites controlled empires, then geopolitics shifted and they faded. Third, history is written by survivors. These cultures influence billions of lives, yet we barely remember their names. But every excavation, every translation, every discovery brings them back. History isn't static, it's constantly being rewritten. 5 civilizations, centuries of innovation, forgotten by history, until now. Their legacy isn't in textbooks, it's in your home, your city, your technology. And every time you turn on a faucet, walk a city street, or use iron, you're honoring them. Want to discover more lost histories that shape the world? Subscribe to History Unlocked, where forgotten stories come alive.